Hey there, historians. Here is your walkthrough of the To Declare Independence or Not lesson. So first up, your goal is that you can identify loyalists and patriots and the arguments for and against independence from Great Britain. Your big question is, what were the arguments for and against colonial independence from Great Britain? This is a great background video produced and made by some students that give you the loyalist and the patriot side in a debate format to give you some background information going into the lesson. You have a couple instructional pages here. The first one starts with the colonies were divided over the question of independence or separation from Great Britain. Historians disagree about how many colonists chose to be either patriots or loyalists. Almost all believe that there were many more patriots than loyalists, but probably less than half of the colonists were patriots. Some colonists were neutral or did not take sides. The loyalists included many kinds of people, some of whom were rich lawyers. They feared that patriot mobs might take their property. Some loyalists were governors who had been appointed to their jobs by King George III. These men liked their government and they felt that it was their duty to make sure that British laws were obeyed in the colonies. Many colonists were patriots, including merchants who lived in and around the city of Boston. They were angry about British taxes on goods such as tea and paper. The taxes hurt their businesses because many colonists boycotted the taxed goods. So on slide 4 here, to continue with your instruction, you need to listen to the audio files to learn more about each historical figure, and then click on the names for more information. So you'll start with this audio file and it'll give you more background information for your instruction. This audio file will tell you about Lord Dunmore, and you could click on Lord Dunmore's name here and it will take you to an external website where you can learn more about Lord Dunmore. The same is true for Jonathan Boucher. The same is true here for Thomas Hutchinson, Mercy Otis Warren, Benjamin Franklin, and Samuel Adams. Then this will kind of summarize all of your learning to this point. When you get to slide 5, you need to identify who are the loyalists and who are the patriots. So on the perimeter of the page here, when you go into edit mode, you will actually move in to each of these columns. Who are the loyalists and who are the patriots? When you get to your activity slide 6, you need to look at these arguments on the perimeter of the page here, and you need to identify, are these the arguments of a patriot or are these the arguments of a loyalist? And then drag in each of these arguments under the patriots or under loyalists. Then your challenge is to match the argument with the historical figure that made it. So up top, we have these different names. Was this argument right here made by Ben Franklin? If so, you would move it to where it belongs in the patriot or the loyalist column and then match Ben Franklin to it. And the reason that you're doing that is because, again, your goal is that you can identify loyalists and patriots and the arguments for and against independence from Great Britain. In the additional resources, these are external links. They'll take you to outside websites. This will give you a walkthrough of more information about loyalists versus patriots. This is another cool video made by some students that gives you the arguments between loyalists and patriots, kind of similar to that background video at the beginning. This is a fun video from Liberty's Kids, if that is something that you would like to expand your learning with. And then other YouTube resources that give you more information. This one really leads into what starts to happen next in the quest for independence. So again, match the argument with is it a patriot or a loyalist argument? And then if you really want to challenge, match the person who said it. In order to get that match to make, you really have to have listened carefully to all of these audio files. Here, you're just identifying who are your loyalists and who are your patriots. You'll learn more about these figures here through your instruction. This background information that you can build from. And then, of course, this background video that gets it all launched, because when it is all done, you have to be able to identify loyalists and patriots and the argument for and against independence from Great Britain. Good luck, historians.